My name is Marcus Halley. I live in Fairfield, Connecticut with my husband, Curtis Farr, and our two dogs, Ellie and Du Bois, and about 150,000 bees, which bring us incredible joy. I get the opportunity at this moment to serve as the chaplain to Trinity College in Hartford, Connecticut, where I oversee the Office of Spiritual and Religious Life and support the religious and ethical needs of our entire campus community. I think the role of the bishop in the church and in the world in this time in our history is rooted in the vocation of a pastor. Being a pastor to those within the church, supporting the various vocations and ministries of all the baptized, looking at the system and trying to figure out where in the system are there pinch points that need to be worked on so that the flourishing of the community can take place. And I also think that at this moment in our time, it involves being a pastor to the wider community. I think people are looking for moments of hope. They're looking for ethical and moral leadership. And so being able to reach across differences, whether it be denominational or whether there be religious, cultural differences, being able to be that religious leader for the community to help us navigate the moment that we are in. The role of the church, I believe, is to be that gathered community, gathered by the Spirit, empowered by the love of God to go out into the world and to proclaim peace, to be peacemakers, and to build little bits of the kingdom of God wherever we find ourselves. And I think it's really important that we think about what that work looks like for each one of us. I think the role of the church is to support the individual disciples as they navigate their call, their vocation, how God is calling them to serve the world. The church becomes the boot camp where we learn how to do that together in community. One of the things that immediately stood out to me about the Diocese of Western Massachusetts is the relationships, and that's where I get the most energy. I think being able to spend time at this discernment retreat with the members of the search committee has given me a window into the way that relationships really are the currency of this diocese, the way that we lean into questions, the way that we seek to understand one another. It's been an incredible joy to experience it thus far. And I think that for me, it's leaning into those relationships that gives me the most life and joy. It is learning how we can work on the things we need to work on within the church, using our relationships, leaning in, seeking to understand one another, seeking to understand how we can better help the other follow Jesus more closely, how we can listen for the Spirit's call together, how we can embody missionary zeal as a community in our communities around us. The other place I think I feel energy in the Diocese of Western Massachusetts is around change, around a diocese that feels like it's on the forefront of what the church is becoming, a diocese that is seeking to be in loving relationships with neighbors, a diocese that is seeking how to serve those who are oftentimes on the margins of our society, a diocese that is seeking to learn how to follow Jesus more closely. And I think that marginal place, that frontier place, is such an exciting place to do ministry from.